Hello, welcome to LMC and Knowledge, Lyric's music channel of spiritual insight and wisdom that I'll share to you so you can take along your spiritual journey. I hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you're at, and whenever you see this, make sure that you're prayed up and in that light of Jesus. Okay. So I'm going to use my shamanic drum to cleanse the space, cleanse the energy, and we will go from there. Okay. Okay. So, the message for today is you are leading your bloodline to the North Node, okay? I don't know if you're aware of the North Node or not. Hopefully you are, because if you're not aware of it, that means you're just already subconsciously going that direction. Certain people in lifetimes, they get access to go down the right path without even knowing about spirituality, like crystals and tarot cards, and even with their spirit guides. There's some people in this life that can just go towards where they need to go without tapping into the things that I know or the things that you know. So and that's just their life, and that's what they're meant to do. But sometimes those people, there are certain people who have purposes only. It's not, we're all here for the world's elevation and stuff, right? But there's certain people who are meant to only focus on their bloodline and their lineage. And those people are like people who are not worldly famous. They're not worldly known, but they're stable. Like they have a stable foundation for them and their family. And you know, like those healthy foundations where they just have, they have everything they need, but they did it in a positive way. But I'm not hearing, that's for some people, but for the others, you're definitely supposed to be tapping into your spirituality, your chakras, your Akashic records, your past lives. You're definitely supposed to be talking to your spirit guides, meditating, doing all those type of things to connect. And yeah, with that being said, it's like you're not perfect, but you definitely took the action to make it happen for your family. And while you are leading your family to the North Node, it's because of you waking up to your purpose in this life that caused a shift in your bloodline. So you are causing a shift in your bloodline's frequency. So God's pointing me towards, in my mind, he's pointing me towards Krishan Rock and Blueface. And I know some of you guys know about that situation, but if you don't, it's just a very, in the beginning, it was a very toxic situation going on, and a lot of domestic violence, a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of cheating, and just a lot of destructive characteristics that came out of both of those people. And with that being said, you know, there's people who experience that, but not, it's just not shown to the world. You know, they're not the only ones going through that or experiencing that currently. There's certain cycles and phases where all of us as a collective go through these. So there's just how when I was going through a heartbreak, there was multiple millions other people going through a heartbreak, and we all have similar stories, right? Then there's multiple people. It's cycles. That's all it is. We're all going through these collective cycles, and we may be from different states, not even knowing each other, but still going through the same awakening. So with that being said, just like how people get married, and then you know how, like, I've seen it before. It happened one year, not last year, but maybe the year before or the year after, but I was just seeing so many people getting married, like back to back to back on my social media. I kept seeing a whole bunch of people getting married around the same time, within the same month, within the same 2 months, just very frequent. And that's a cycle. That's a portal that people go through. So We have to go through a portal of correction, a portal of elevation, a portal of solitude. There's a lot of people who are going in solitude. Just how they did it on a mass scale with the nations, with the pandemic. So it's just, you're more consciously aware of what cycle you're going through right now and what portal you're in. So when I tell you on my other videos, like, go through the 888 portal, go through 1111 portal, 1212, 1010, you're already in a portal right now. We are already in this, a certain veil, a certain frequency, a certain auric field, as a collective of people who want to learn the similar lessons or go on the similar journeys, right? So back to the Krishan situation, you know, I just seen this video of Blueface just really downgrading, like degrading her and making her feel like she wasn't divine, making her feel like she wasn't chosen. I just seen 555. And he was making it seem like he was playing God in her life. Like he was the one who gave her these blessings and these gifts and all. No. Because she was already on a TV show before he met her. Before they even were in cahoots. Like, she was already a star. She was already known in high school. She was already that girl. She was meant to be famous. She was meant to be known regardless of how it happened. But with that being said, her being with Blueface, and she actually took that opportunity, and it backfired on Blueface, because he didn't know that we was gonna fuck with her, even though, you know, she had, everybody's toxic. I'm not judgmental at all. I could see sides of myself that was within her, because it didn't get that deep, but it's still familiar. It's nothing new to me. And with that being said, she was already going towards her north node, and with her taking that action, even her being in a upper scale now, even though she just might not have the best light on her at the moment, but she still elevated her family. Her family are not living the way they used to live 10 years ago, 5 years ago. They're in a whole different, they got new clothes, they got a new house, they're living way better than what they were before Krishan got famous. And I said got famous or got known instead of saying before she met Blueface or before she, like, no, because she is a star and she was meant to be known and seen by the world. So just like how Rihanna got into that beat up, when she got beat up by Chris Brown, that type of thing. She was still meant to be known, and she's still known. She's even more famous now, but it wasn't because of that situation. It's because of her destiny and what was fated to happen regardless. So something is fated to happen regardless in your life, and you are the one with the you are the leader of your bloodline. You are literally gonna open up financial freedom or spiritual access, because once you got activated and you started using your power, obviously it rubbed off on your family, it rubs off on people, and you activate them, and it's like they're gonna follow the light, even if they're stubborn to seeing it, even if they're stubborn, they don't want to listen to you. Regardless, you made your bloodline, and your ancestors are so proud of you too, because you are the one, like I said, causing the shift in your bloodline's frequency. You and your actions that you are taking is raising your bloodline high up, and you will be rewarded for it. And if your family members are not doing what they need to do and playing their part, just like, okay, now God's showing me Michael Jackson and how he was famous and how his whole family was famous, right? His whole family they elevated in life. And what happens after that, because it's like when you're in your north node, you're away from karma. Like, you don't and I'm talking about, the way I say this is something, karma is things that are meant to happen, like something that you can't control, right? And then when you get in that limelight, or when you get access to financial freedom or spiritual, or you get access to your spiritual powers, it's about what you did with it. And then after that, that's you creating your own karma. So say your family gets, you get financially free, and then you you buy homes or for your family, right? Or you buy a car for your family or your sibling or something like that, or your daughter or your son, and then they wreck the car. Now that's not karma. That's you causing that to happen. You can't blame it on nobody else but yourself. You can't even blame it on karma, because At this point, you're like, I gave you guys the opportunity to elevate, and look what you did with it. So that doesn't mean you're in your south node. No, it means you're in your north node, but you're still making bad decisions. Okay. Now, if you continue to go downhill, you will basically just be walking backwards, walking back to the south. But like I said, everybody goes from the south to the north. That's how it goes. You can't just be in the north. You can't just, oh, I'm reincarnated and now I'm in my north node automatically. No. But some people are. And that's when, you know how some people are born into fame and they're just born rich, like the daughters of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, Beyonce's children, Cardi B's children. They're born into success. And it's different because Cardi B went through her, it's not like she had a kid while she was a stripper, right? It's not like she had a kid while she was drugging and robbing people and stuff like that, right? So that means the baby is not going to be in karma. So when she was on Love and Hip Hop or whatever, that reality TV show, that was still her in her north node. I mean, yeah, it was. Yes, it was still her in her north node because she's being seen by the public or she's having some type of influence. So, yes, you can still do bad and still make bad decisions in the north node. But if you just continue to, and it just adds up and adds up, then you'll be back in your south node. North node is people who are healers, people who are impacting the community or the people around them or on a platform, and it's a positive influence, right? And it should only be positive influence. But like I said, there's people who still make bad decisions in the north node, and it's just like, why? But with you making that shift and leading your bloodline out of the storm, you are causing material and spiritual prosperity for them. And that's what I was saying with the Krishan thing, and how you're going to have money now. You're going to be able to elevate your whole family, help them start their businesses, fund things for them, fund their college or stuff. And people like that who fund children's colleges, like, you're in your north node because you have that much wealth to make sure that your kid can go to college without it costing an arm and a leg. Well, it's still going to cost, but without it being a problem, you know. Or those people who are not able to go to college because they can't pay, that means you're in your south node because you don't have the abundance. North node is where your abundance is at, and it's where you're not toxic anymore. You're not supposed to be toxic. You're supposed to have healthy relationships, a long, healthy marriage, longevity, generational wealth. That's where the north node is at. Or that's what you'll find with being in the north node or embody. So yeah, and it's like you're going to create balance and harmony for your family. Your family is going to literally be so happy and thankful that you've done this for them. And that's why I feel like you're definitely going to have more power than anybody in your family. Like, you're going to be the judge. You're going to be the star at the tree. Like, you know how there's the star that's at the top of the tree, and then there's so many shiny, beautiful ornaments hanging below it, though. And that's how it is. That's what I'm seeing. Like, that's how your family tree is. You're the star on it, and then they are the ornaments. Now, I love ornaments. I love when I can hang them around, and they're on different levels, because you see they're somewhere at the bottom of the tree, then it goes all the way up to the top. But that different one is that star, and that's you. So, yeah, you are going to lead them to, you're going to help them take the mask off. You're not self-sabotaging yourself anymore, and you're going to tell people, like, they're going to look up to you. You're going to be inspirational, motivational to your family, and it's like, they couldn't have done it without you, is what I'm hearing. And your spiritual team is saying, we couldn't have done this without you, and we're so thankful that you stepped up to the plate and decided to make a change for your family and your bloodline. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.